To prepare this
organic flour,
I am using green plantains.
Green plantains are a great source of resistant starch that help with lowering cholesterol, controlling blood sugar levels, and it is used to make a super flour that can help with weight loss, boost your immune system, and so much more. Guys, if you're looking for a healthier alternative to flour, plantain flour is the best option. They are just rich in minerals and vitamins, all that you need to keep you happy and healthy. Let's get straight to it, guys.
I wash all of the green plantains, then
I use a knife and I peel off the outer skin on all of the plantains and thoroughly clean them.
Then I cut the green plantains into smaller pieces.
And guys, at this point, there are two different ways to proceed with preparing this organic flour. In this first procedure or way, I take half of this chopped plantains.
I add water to the blender and the cut plantain pieces, and I blend everything together
to come out looking just like this.
Then I strain the mixture
and transfer everything to a strainer bag
and squeeze out as much water as I can from the blended plantain.
Guys, when I do it this way, I'm removing most of the starch from the plantain and the flour comes out without tasting like plantain. At this point, this is what it looks like.
I transfer everything onto a flat baking pan and I use my hand to spread everything apart. Then I leave this out in the open
to air dry for at least 2 hours.
The second procedure or way in which I prepare my organic flour is slightly different from the first procedure up to this point. In this second procedure,
after I chopped my green plantains,
I place these remaining pieces in the food processor and I allow it to chop further to come off looking just like this. At this point, I spread out the chopped pieces
in a large flat baking pan
and I place it along with the pan that was left with the plantain pieces to dry out in the open
in the oven
at a temperature of 250 degrees, and I allow them to dry. Every 5 minutes I open the oven and I use a wooden spoon to turn over the mixtures to ensure that they completely dry.
Guys, this is what the dried pieces look like for the plantain that was left out in the open to air dry before going into the oven.
And this is what the chopped plantain pieces that went directly into the oven for drying comes out looking like after being dry.
At this point, I place them in the blender
and I separately blend them. However, in order to receive the texture that I need, I place them in the magic bullet for further blending. I repeat the process several times until I get that powdery texture
that I'm really looking for. Take a look at this, guys.
With this flour that I obtain, I use a strainer to sieve it to remove any unblended pieces.
So here it is, guys.
The flour I obtained when I used the first procedure. This flour does not taste like plantain at all and can be used to prepare a variety of things.
Guys, here is also the flour I obtained from using the second procedure.
This flour comes out more like powder. Take a look at this, guys. I actually love the feel of this flour.
I also sieve this flour a second time to remove all unblended pieces. The amazing thing is you can use plantain flour to prepare almost anything. Guys, in my upcoming videos, I am going to show you some of the things that I prepare using this organic plantain flour. Thank you so much for liking, watching, and sharing.